Now guys, we are going to look at some of the conventional sets that we already know, and some of the basic operation, let it be plus and multiply. We will check these two operations and these sets. We are going to form our algebraic structure out of them. Algebraic structure means we have to have one group, one set and one operation, right? We will combine these with the operations and check whether they are group or not. First of all, we combine the set of natural number with the plus. So we are going to check those four properties, whether they are true or not. The first property, that closure, means if you take two elements from this set, their sum must be the element of the same set. If you add to a natural number, whether they are any two natural number, 2 and 5, 120, whatever the number you take, when you add them, you get another natural number. That means this property, this is closure property, this is true. Next, the next property is association property. Associative property means if you take three natural number, if you add them in any order, that means if you have three natural number, you add them first two and then the third one, or you add the last two and then the first one. Does it change the answer? No, the answer remains same. It means associative property is also true. Associative property actually is true for all the numbers, whether they are natural, whole number, integers, rational number, irrational number, real number, complex number. This property is true for all numbers. So again and again, we don't need to prove it for every question. If we have a question of numbers, then this property is always true. True for all numbers. All numbers means every type of numbers, right? Now come to the third property, that is existence of identity. So we have to have some identity element in the set of natural number. So identity element for plus is, what is the identity plus? What is the identity element for plus? This is 0, because the number which when added to any number give us the same number. That means what is that number which can be added to any of the number and the answer does not change? That number is 0 for addition. 0 is also known as additive identity. So here, because the operation is addition is usual addition. We don't have manipulated the addition. We didn't define addition differently. Addition is that we already done in lower classes. So this is called usual addition. Because the question is of usual addition, so usual addition, for usual addition, identity element is 0. But 0 belongs to n or not? Does not belongs to n. Therefore, this does not satisfy the third property of existence of identity that we need for a group. We need all the four properties to be true for the set to be called group. So 0 does not exist, identity does not exist. Similarly, the next property does not hold, because the next property depend upon the third, inverse. For inverse, you have to have some number here so that their sum becomes 0, but you don't have 0 here, so you don't need to prove the next property. It is automatically not true. So what we will say, set of natural number is not a group. This is the algebraic structure but not a group. Similarly, you can check for the next as the set of whole number for the operation of. Now we take the another operation. You can solve this. You check it yourself. Set of natural number under the operation of multiplication is group or not. But this is for you. This is an assignment. You have to solve it and send to me in the classroom. Similarly, for the set of whole numbers, which is this set including 0 and all the positive integers, this set under the operation of addition hold the property closure, because sum of two whole number is again a whole number. Associative lies true because it is true for all the numbers under the usual addition. Identity element. Now the identity element, that is additive identity, which is 0. Additive identity. Additive identity means under usual operation the identity element is 0. So 0 belongs to the set, means identity element exists in this case. Here only two properties hold, but in this case 3 hold, but the fourth does not, because inverse of each element, additive inverse we say that. What is the inverse? Inverse means the element which when added to the given element give us identity element, that is 0. So that element is minus a. When we add a to minus a, then only we will get 0, no? But in this case minus a does not belongs to W, because the set of whole numbers does not include negative integers. So the fourth property does not hold. So this means the set of whole number under the operation of addition is not a group. So this is again W under the addition operation, not a group, right? And you can check for under multiplication. Now come to the next set of elements, that is set of integers. So here we write the set of integers, that is -3, -2, -1, 0, 1, 2, 3 and so on. Let us check this set of integers under addition first. Usual addition is group or not. So first of all, closure property, we'll see that for all AB, this is the proper way of writing, for all AB belongs to Z, their sum belongs to Z, because the sum of two integers is always an integer. So this belongs to Z, because you can write it here, because sum of two integers is an integer. Don't have to give an example of the same. Example is for your understanding. 2 plus 3 is 5, again an integer, but in the question you don't have to write the examples here. Examples you can give only in case of when you disprove something, but when you are proving something you have to prove it for all the numbers. So this is closure property that hold. Now next is the associative property. So associative property means if you take 3 elements from the set of integers, a plus b plus c is equal to a plus b plus c. Just you have to change the bracket here. Because why this true? Because associative property always hold for numbers under usual addition, and if this is the question of multiplication, so you will write here multiplication. Usual addition and multiplication, the associative property is always true. Then comes the next property, identity. Does an identity element exist in this set? Yes, 0 is there, because for usual addition, general addition, identity element is 0, and 0 is here in this. So 0 belongs to Z, and why 0 is identity? Because when 0 added to any number, the number means same. In both sides we have to write, on left side or on right side, when we add 0, the number means same, and 0 belongs to this means identity element exists. Now the last property for group is inverse. So does inverse exist for every element? So we will write, for all A belongs to Z, there exists minus A belongs to Z, such that A plus minus A is 0. Or on the other hand, means if we change the place as well, left and right side, both inverse exist, because in the set of integer, if you take any number, let it be 7, then what is the number when added to 7 give us 0? That is minus 7, and minus 7 is there in this group, in this set. So this property, the property of inverse, only hold if inverse of each element is also in the same set. We don't have to go outside to look for the element which is the inverse. Like in natural number, we don't have the negative numbers. The negative number give us the additive inverse of the numbers. So in this case, because the set of integers include all the positive and as well as the negative integers, so inverse of each element under addition exists there. Now we will quickly check for this is group. So we will say that yes, it is a group. This form a group. Now quickly check for the multiplication operation for the same set. So the set is this. We have minus 3, minus 2, minus 1, 0, 1, 2, 3 and up to infinity. And we will consider the operation of multiplication. Is this group or not? The first property is closure. So closure means if you take two elements A and B from Z, for all elements, this should be true for all the elements, then their product, if you multiply these two, the answer is again an integer, because whether you take both positive integer or both negative integer or one positive or one negative integer, the answer will be from the same set. Multiplying two integers give us an integer in as answer. So we can write the reason for here. The result of multiplication of two integers is again an integer, right? So this property is true in the case of integers, the closure property for multiplication. Next is identity. First of all, associative property, we don't have to prove this again and again, but we have to mention it. We have to write the associative property. Associative property means for all the elements, for the three elements in the set of integers, if we multiply 3, just we have to change the bracket, the order in which they are multiplied, so the answer will remain same. So here also you write the same reason, कि associative property hold or true for numbers under multiplication. Now the identity. What is the identity element? For all the elements belongs to Z, what is the element that when multiplied with this give us the answer as A? What is the element for integers which when multiplied with any integer does not change the answer? Like 2 into something is 2. What is that number? That number is 1. So does 1 exist in this set? 1 is it there? Yes, 1 belongs to Z. So 1 is what? 1 is this is called multiplicative identity. 1 is multiplicative identity. Right? So this holds, all the 3 properties hold. Now for the last, if it holds, then the set will become group. So to call it a group, we need this property also. For this property, for all element A of Z, there must exist some element which when multiplied with A give us answer as identity. What is identity? 1. What is that element? That element, right, like in 5, what we multiplied with 5 so that we get 1 as answer. What number should be multiplied? 1 upon 5. So here it is 1 upon A. But 1 upon A, does it belongs to set of integer? No, it doesn't belongs to the set of integer. Like the identity element of in this set is 1. So for every element, for 2, what will be the element when multiplied with 2 give us 1? It is 1 by 2. But 1 by 2, does it belongs to the set of integer? No. So set of integer does not have inverse of every element, so this property does not hold. So what we will say, this is not a group. But in this way you can check, and I have given you 2 assignments which you will check. What are these? First is set of natural number under the operation of multiplication and set of whole number under the operation of multiplication. You have to check whether they are group or not. You have to prove like this. Don't give the examples like this. These examples we will give only when we disprove something, when we prove that property does not hold. When we have to prove that property hold, we have to take only A, B, C as the numbers.